Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm going to put my buddy up here because I want him up there with Diana. So, yeah. So, welcome to Spirit Whisperer Mark, our very flashy and dashing,
sparkly,
yes, spunky guy, and Diana Bowles.
Hi, everybody.
Akashic Wonder Woman, and yeah. Welcome to
woman.
Yeah, meeting with the mediums, and we are using the giveaway tool again today, just because it's the easiest way to do it. And so, please be in the chat if you want to be read. Make sure you put #read in so you can be in the giveaway when we pull it, and please have. Please have a question up for us if you're called. So what I do is I usually pull 3 names initially, and then we do them and we do 3 more. And so I'm going to let you know when you're up. And if you haven't put a question up, make sure you put it in so I can see it. And we'll do as many as we can for the hour that we're here. So, hello, Mark. What's new?
Oh, life in the fast lane. Same old, same old. Just keep it busy. Trying to balance everything. And right now, I just fed my birds, and I'm watching the cutest little woodpecker.
Oh,
little Downy.
Yeah.
Snacking on suet.
You guys, I sent to Linda de Gonzalez. There was a person who had an indoor bird, and I know she does, and it was a parakeet. And something happened, and the bird was asked by the owner to sing something, and he used the F word for the whole song. It was so funny.
In the fast lane.
Oh my Lord!
People don't know that parakeets can talk.
Yeah.
I had a teacher in college who taught what was it called? It was like scary literature, like we read Dracula and Frankenstein.
Oh, Gothic.
Yeah, Gothic literature. And she was odd anyway, of course, right up my alley. But once she invited us, some of the students, to her house, and she had a little parakeet in a cage. And I'd never knew them to talk. And this one talked in different voices. And it would do whole phone conversations from one side. Like, and it had like an old lady's voice. It had his owner's voice. It had a man's voice.
Oh, wow. All those voices.
It would do, oh, hello. Uh-huh. You don't say. It would do a whole big long.
Yeah.
I
grew up with parakeets around us all the time. My dad loved them. So we had them all the time. And we used to play the game of Clue. And the bird would be with us. Or Pinochle and all these other games, right? And when we'd start playing, he would start adding to the conversation. Colonel Mustard. Mustard.
I love that.
That's great.
And you think, oh, it's talking. Yeah. That's so
cool. Well, and he knew what game you were playing. So he used the appropriate language to go with it. If it was Pinochle, he would be bidding. If it was bridge, 4 clubs, no trump.
No Trump ever. Sorry.
Yeah, right. And that one must have been Freudian.
I think so. Diana,
they're trying to get your attention. They're going, hey, look, I'm going to use human language.
That's right.
Well, and he'd get on the clue board and pick up the pieces and move them around.
Wow.
You wanted to play. Cool.
So Diana was on today with Terry talking about a dream that she had that was pretty long, convoluted, and with others. And so if you missed that, you might want to do that. We are so busy now on the dream show that we sometimes just aren't able to do our own dreams, to talk about our own dreams, which is fine with us. We don't have a problem with that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm just so excited about the success everybody's having through this dream show in remembering their own dreams and being able to understand and analyze it. And the extra gift of doing this morning with Terry was to be able to pull from other journals where these were
Right.
prelude dreams to the dream
Sure.
that
Yeah.
occurred on Tuesday, and
That's
also
awesome.
able to show when Paul Freed had that golden portal that he couldn't get through, and then the next day has an NDE experience.
I know.
And I had the dream while he's having the NDE experience about him being in this golden city. The trees were filled with gold. So I was able to,
there's a lot coming through in our dream show. It took a few years, but we're having some great success with it. It's on Tuesday nights. It's on my channel, Terry's channel, Kelly Healers, and Diana's going to be also having it on hers.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I should be streaming now on my original channel, Oilpntr. Although I think it says Diana small b.
Okay.
Even though you don't see that here, it might say Diana small b.
So I want to make sure that everybody knows that if you want a reading, you have to be put into a lottery. Okay. So you need to put #read and tell us what you would like read. And if you win, then please let us know you're here. You must be here to be read. And we have to do it this way because right now we already have 78 people and it only gets more and more people coming in on these particular shows. Between Mark's channel and mine, we have a lot of people coming in. So we hope that we can, do as many as possible for you, but we do end around an hour. Where did she go? Oh, wait a minute.
Hear me?
All right. Yeah.
Sorry, my fault. I was trying to get that chat to come up and I just pushed something and you know how that goes.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the first giveaway tool. And so we have 23 entries. If you don't see your name, don't worry. Sometimes it just goes in the next rotation, but it's there and you only need to put it in once. Suzanne Grigsby, it's good to see you, Suzanne. I haven't seen you in a while. If you don't have a question up, please put one up, Suzanne. Okay. And we draw 3. So the next one is, and then when we finish reading the 3, I draw 3 more, just so you know how it works. Maxi Pool. All right. And one more. Cracklin' Rosie, get on board. Oh, Nathan, good to see you today as well. Yeah, thank you so much. Whoops.
Brother loves, hey, brother loves, and salvation. All
right, so Suzanne, I'm not sure if you have a question, but hopefully, did she put one in? Yeah.
Well, bottom, she says, I want to talk to non-blood brother Ricky. He died in 2022.
All right. So we'll have that's it. That's it. Thank you very much. Nathan, I got yours. Thank you. Maxi Pool, did you put your question in? I can go back and look for it. That's fine. But if you didn't put it in already, put it in, please.
Ricky.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Thank you, Maxi Pool. All right.
Suzanne Grigsby, I saw in the mail that I got a box from you, but I haven't opened it yet. But ahead of time.
Yeah. Suzanne's wonderful. Yeah.
I have a stack of mail to open, but I did see that it was from you.
Wow, awesome.
Okay, her non-blood brother, Ricky.
Thanks, Ness. I want to just say hi to everybody. We just start off immediately because without saying hello to everybody individually, just because that gets us going here. So, yeah, Nathan's here. I saw Nathan say he was here. Yeah.
Suzanne, was he a fan of Elvis? Because Elvis is coming in very strong, but mostly in the marquee lights of Vegas.
Oh.
So he also, it was that whole Vegas fun kind of thing.
Yes.
Yes, he was.
Yes.
Okay, it's like he's got the collar turned up and the scarf going, and well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show. Ready to get ready and go now. Don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Yeah. Well, his message is just keep on singing. Don't stop doing that. Have the fun that you are supposed to be having. What is it that's troubling you right now? He's aware of it. He wants you to break free of something. Don't be afraid. The car's not going to crash. Did he die in an automobile crash? I'm seeing a red car. I'm seeing a red car. It's a small little car. And he's just said, get out there and do it, girl. Get out there and do it. So something is holding you back, and he wants you to let go of that energy. Get out there and dance, Vegas style.
Awesome.
I hope that helps.
I don't have a message yet back about what you asked. So if I do, then I will let you know. All right. No, but I've always worried about Rex, she says.
Okay, let go of it.
Okay.
Let go of it. You're only bringing the energy in, and he knows that.
So, Suzanne, the cards are a little perplexing, so I'm going to ask this. Did Ricky have a partner who passed away, or they split, or I don't know, I'm getting all this energy about somebody who passed away before him that took a toll on him.
Yes, Julie, he says.
Okay, well, that just gave me goosebumps up my back, because I'm like, the weird thing is I'll get weird cards that it's not really the meaning, but I'm trying to go, what? But so I feel like that, if this is what I'm getting, his love, his true love, his wife, his partner passed. And it feels like, I don't know, I would say kind of a mucky illness, or it wasn't the most, easy passing, but it feels like it took a big toll on him, and it was hard to recover after that. He couldn't hardly focus on new cups because his focus was on those that spilt. And in this picture too, it has that person being swept away in the river, who I think he was pointing to this person that he lost. Like then he had this one, like, and in this card, he's cutting her free. I don't know. All these cards just made me think about that. Then it's weird. The first card and the last card were both death. I changed decks.
Wow.
So it's like her passing. Heart attack during seizure was her death.
Too much carbon.
I don't know what that means.
Heart attack, seizure.
So on some level, I know it wasn't immediately or anything, but his soul was kind of craving to be with her. And it didn't lead to his death, but that made it seem not so bad, because he thought, I'll see her again on the other side. And so, because I think he carried that sadness ever since. That's not that unusual, but it made it hard for him to start over or act like everything was okay. So he didn't give you much of a message other than that might help us know that we're talking to him. But I'm going to ask if he has this particular message for you. Did you guys get anything else?
Well, yes, because after I had finished speaking, I started hearing the song Julia by McCartney and Lennon. Julia. And it's about missing his mother. It's John Lennon's mother. And McCartney is singing it. They wrote, I think that one was a collaboration with both of them.
Okay.
From him, and he died that night.
It had nothing to do with you, sweetheart.
Yeah, that's right. Let go of it. That's the message that he sent, right?
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
let go of it. Don't be hanging on to that. The car is not going to crash. That also can add to that. Let go of the energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
He was returning to his love too. It was like that was their calling him and kind of guiding him over, I think.
Yeah. That was where he'd rather be anyway.
Yeah.
He was only hanging around because you were still here.
Right.
Or near him. Let's put it that way.
Anything else, Mark?
Just that you guys may not have been blood, but you were a good match, he says. So I'd say you felt like his sister, even though I like this cute, it's like it's part cow, part broccoli. So like you're not exactly from the same bloodline, but look how well you blended and molded.
I guess so.
Funny card.
You never know.
I know.
Yeah.
But
that's all right.
Looks like a longhorn.
He's being a little bit funny too, but I do think he does have a sense of humor as well. And maybe you guys spend a lot of times chatting, like talking into the night, or I don't know. It was very brother-sister energy.
Yep.
You had nothing to do with his death, though.
No, and I got the same thing. I got love, and so it's him with his woman.
Julie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that. Oh, love, that's so nice.
Yeah. I almost pulled that deck out. I'm so glad you got that card. I'm so glad you pulled that deck out.
Sure. All right. Well, thank you, Suzanne, and thank you, readers. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. So we have Nathan. If I can find Nathan here. Hold on. All right. Nathan, I need stepdad's first name, please. Always put in a name and a relationship, and it doesn't have to be the whole name as long as it's a first name, because our readers need to know they got the right person. All right. Elair. E-L-A-I-R.
Blair.
That's an interesting name. I don't think I ever
It is an
heard.
interesting name.
Elair.
Thank you.
Kill. Okay, Nathan. You could have been Elair Jr. Did he say it was his stepfather or his father?
Yes, his stepfather.
Okay, great.
Okay, he's saying you made him a promise. What was that promise? The promise. You promised him you would create something.
I would become
the special artistic talent that you have. I don't know that it's drawing. I'm seeing a book, but like a book can also be an art journal.
He says, I promised he would become a healer.
You promised him what? I'm sorry, you glitched.
He would become a healer.
Okay. Create the sanctuary in the book. Okay. So surprise yourself, he says. continue. Don't stop now. Keep doing what you've been doing. Keep working on this. You have much to share. There's much that you can donate in that strength that you have. Yeah, and that's what the book is about. Keep track of the methods, the systems that and words that you pull together.
Wow.
And your own rituals.
Perfect. Nathan, I pulled the card Things, and it's an older man holding on to a bunch of things and reminding you it isn't the things that matter in that lifetime. It is what it is we do and who it is we love and how we live our lives. And I don't know that he just realized that when he got to the other side, or he's always said that, but he wanted me to tell you that.
Yeah, he may have been like a bit strict or stern, like. He kind of gives me strong male energy, little empery, like, man of the house and that. He says, though, he was strict. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe you don't get that feeling. But he also tells me that he thought of you as his son.
Mm-hmm.
And then the adoption, whatever, that didn't really matter. He treated you, he thought of you as his son, that you were part of him. He continues to watch over you from the other side. I do like this card just because, well, it's the Knight of Wands, and the wands are always spirit to me. And so it's like he's on your behalf. He's still watching over you. He still looks down on earth and watches you. He does, like, I'm going to go along with Diana, the healing thing or whatever it is that you loved, which I'm going to assume was healing or that resonated with you. And that's what you were. He wants you to continue to focus on that. He says you get distracted. And he says, I don't mind if you have other interest. He's being kind of bossy here too. So I think
I see that.
He was on the earth side. He goes, yeah, do that. But remember to hold your focus on that thing that you most want. So this is interesting. These cards are weird, and I don't always look at all of them ahead of time. But this is that, delusion illusion card, the 7 of Cups. But look at that middle cup. It almost looks like somebody rising from the dead or up out of their sick bed. There's this big healing energy all around, like that weird person with the sheet over their head. Now, there's other cups that are like kind of interesting, dragons and fun stuff. You don't mind you looking at that, but look how bright that one stands out. So he says, don't get distracted to the point of where you don't lose focus. He also says, move past my death. I don't know. Was it unexpected or feels like he doesn't want you to dwell on his death and maybe the way it happened, but he wants you to move forward with it. I also think he comes to you in your dreams. Now, he might come. He keeps talking about that he was pretty, correct me if I'm wrong, but pretty forceful, determined to give you a strong foundation. So So maybe he adopted you, but he was determined to make a good son out of you. But I think he does visit your dreams. Sometimes it might look like a dragon. Like you might have an adventure of where, okay, I might look at this. I got my sword up. But so you might dream about maybe conflicts the two of you had, or when sometimes he seemed overly powerful, or something like that. He says, let all that go. I'm here for you. He's also proud of you.
That's beautiful, Mark, because he demanded a promise. You made me a promise. How come you didn't do it? Yeah. That's how he opened up here with me too. Or not that you didn't do it, but you're not doing all of it. Continue. Don't stop.
Yeah.
So maybe Nathan, did you
he said he was meant to carry his soul energetically by his side physically too, but his sister stopped him.
That energy that you gave to him in his dying days, whatever it was that caused it, there was something that he felt from you that was healing. So love your sister, forgive her for stopping you, do what you think is right. That's the book. You write the book.
Yep.
It's your book.
All right. Well, thank you for the feedback. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the feedback.
Energy.
Yeah. Perfect.
A lot of passionate energy from it. Yeah.
All right. The next question is from for Maxie Pool, and I'm going to pull 3 more while you're working on this. It's her friend Lucille, who recently passed. Okay.
Lucille, you don't do your daddy's will. Oh, we have a musical group today.
Lucille.
All right, Donna Lynn, you'll be next. Make sure you let us know you're here. Make sure you have a question posted. And the next person will be David with a crown. Angela S. is the next person. And I'm going to pull one more. That way we'll have that ready. And please let us know you're here, number 1. And if you didn't post a question, all right, Jordan Jean. All right.
Gerard.
There you go.
Lucille is showing me this bridge, and that you've got a decision to make. This major decision is coming your way. If you're not already aware of how important it is, she is saying to take the bridge, because you're going to be surprised what happens on the other side of it once you get there. There's more support for you to go forward on this decision that you have to make. There's going to be a big surprise on the other side. The success that you're concerned that you won't get, or worried that it's going to be a wasted effort, give it up. You're free to do what you want to accomplish. So whatever that is, Lucille is saying, get over there, go do it. Lucy, you got some explaining to do. So I hope that helped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I hope that makes some sense to you also.
Thank you. I need questions here. I need verification here. Please let us know. She says she doesn't know what that is.
Oh.
So,
okay. Well, then it just hasn't come into your realm yet, but it's there. It's going to make
Maybe it's about 2 lawsuits, she says.
Oh.
All right.
Well, yeah. Of course, you have to cross a bridge when you're going through these. And decisions.
Donna Lynn, I'm sorry, Donna Lynn, please give us your question.
You have to make decisions and choices to get to the other side. The bridge itself is being in the courtroom, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. First of all, I felt like a lightness to her energy. It was very different than the one before. It was, she kind of came in like laughing, as if she liked to laugh when she was here. And I think maybe she liked to laugh with you. So she just came in laughing. She also said that she's heard you say nice things about her, or you've had good things to say about her. So I don't know. You may have even spoke at her service or her celebration or something, but she's heard you speak kindly of her since she's passed. And she appreciates it. She says, well, I got to, I met the creator, is what I must say. The king of love energy. And I had an audience with the king. This is the King of Cups, but it's that love, I return to love. Because for me, God is synonymous with love. And so this king of the love cups, it's like, I feel like she wants to let you know that that's what happens on the other side, is that you go back to like source or God. And she did that. She says, there's good fortune and luck on your side. So we get the beautiful Wheel of Fortune. This one's really cute with little bunnies and
you and your decks. What is that deck? I love your deck.
It's the Spring Rider-Waite. It's from that group that I get a lot of from. But this is new spring, and it's the Sparkle edition, so it's got little fairy sparkles all over it. You can't quite see it, but look at the back; it's so cute. It's
oh my gosh!
I know they're
I think
very
we
cute.
all want them, right?
Yeah. And the pictures are beautiful. I like them. I like different decks, you guys, because the pictures tell me different things. You usually don't have anything to do with the card, but so she's saying that because first I didn't know what that meant, but I think it might mean what you talked about with some kind of court cases or something. I don't know if it's about somebody owing you money or something like that, but I get the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Pentacles. So that feels like working in your favor.
Yeah.
At least one of them, it feels like. And it feels like money is involved. It might also, do you have some of hers? She's kind of talking about wanting you to have something. I don't know if you got something of hers or something. She kind of talks about that, but then in closing, I don't know, they've been giving me this card lately when they want to say, I might send a representative from nature to greet you, like it'll be a sign from me. So here's little birdies coming down on the 8 of Wands. So, messages coming in this, they're coming down. Wands, a spirit body. So I'd say spirit message is coming, and it might be in the form of little birds or some other kind of nature. When we buried my mom, right at the moment of, everybody said the things and everything. And as soon as we were done, It was a dead still night, and this huge wind came and just blew across the stall, like just for like 2 minutes, and then it just stopped and the wind never blew again. And I always felt like that was my mom somehow.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
She's right behind you right now, Mark.
Yeah. The wind blow on us. I'll never think otherwise. But, it can be that kind of nature too. I don't know.
Yeah.
They use nature to communicate with us. I keep hearing this. They can make a deal with the birds, and the birds will carry it through for them. Anyway, keep an eye out for that, Maxie.
And my dad sent a double rainbow when we buried him.
See?
Yeah, I've never seen one before, and I have never seen one since. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah. Okay, a couple of things. David, I'm not hearing from you. And Jordan Jean, I don't have a question for you. And I'm going to have to skip over people that don't get back to me. So get back to me as soon as possible. And I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of other readings while we get this squared away. So I have Angela S. and I do have her question, and she heard a voice Tuesday night. Who was it? It felt different. I don't know if it was my guides. And I'm going to pull 2 more names as you're perusing that. Okay.
Donna Lynn said they're here. You pulled
Donna Lynn, I know. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I do know that. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Wait a minute. I got to go back to the giveaway tool.
Voice Tuesday night. Who was it? Felt different. I don't know if it was my guides.
Vicki Howell is after Donna Lynn. And one more. J Cat Lady. Thank you very much.
Okay. So
I get this voice is a new guide coming into you. One that you haven't quite met yet. It's not, you haven't had the face-to-face introduction. They have been walking beside you with your other guides. It is, hold on to your hat. They are from another realm. They are with you to start connecting you to your star seed and to your past lives, so that you understand where your foundation lies. And that now I'm also hearing rock people talking. So I'm not sure what the voice was like. If you had heard that, if you could describe it somehow, please do that, because what's coming in now is rock people. And I feel that you're going to be hearing from them as well, that they're about to help you reveal ley lines and be able to connect with those ley lines and use them to your own attainment advantage, so that you can be successful in the human desire to ascend, to get to the place where we're comfortably numb when we have to walk through the 3D world, but we actually reside in 5 and 6D. I hope that helped.
Okay.
Did it sound feminine? Did it sound masculine? Was it? Could you understand it? Was it intelligible? Was it in English? Was it in a light language? Was it in color language? You know what I mean?
I heard the news about Pulitzer Prize winners 5 minutes before, and then it was all late and night, and heard the voice.
Okay.
Did not feel gendered. Okay.
So, yeah, all I can say is that you have a bunch of new guides coming in for sure. Listen for the rock people and follow the ley lines. if you have a pendulum or dowsing rods, or even 2 sticks that have a good bend in them, that will help you find ley lines on your property, anywhere else, anywhere you walk, and it will help you bring in more of your clairaudience. I love that, though. I hope that helped, hon.
Yeah. I agree. There's like a lot of energies. Have you recently like stepped up your metaphysical, work and energy and play and stuff? Because I feel like the door got opened further, and there's a lot of energies checking it out. Some I might call like looky-loo energy a little bit, like, oh, look, blah, blah, blah. Wonder if she would like to work with us. Oh, wonder if they would. Okay. Like, so different ones checking you out or something like that. Some will be compatible. Some maybe not. So I'm kind of getting, this is weird. I don't know why, but you're going to likely hear more stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be a one-time thing. And so as you do, kind of sit with your own higher self and just see if it feels good or not. Like sometimes you're going to go, no, thank you. I don't like that energy, or I'm busy, not now, something like that. So, this is the reason I'm saying all this is, so I pulled this weird deck, so now I got to go with it. But it says deception, and it's got like an energy from, looks like a spaceman, and it came out upside down. But so, it could be like a particular energy from space that might go, hi, oh, look at me, I'm really a lot of fun, but it doesn't feel right. It might be a little bit deceptive. It might be one that doesn't particularly resonate with you. So, it's up to you. Remember that. You're the one that's in charge. You don't have to work with anybody you don't want to work with. Doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter why or what. It's up to you. So if something does, I'm not saying this didn't feel right at all, but for some reason they're telling me to tell you this, because I feel like you might be getting this ongoing. So remember, there's a delete button and you have it. So it's always, and here's a controller. You're always in control. Even, as long as I've worked with the guide I call Pan, it's still always my choice to do stuff or not, and he always respects that. He'll say, dude, if you don't want to, you don't have to. So that's what's kind of coming across. I don't get that was a negative energy. What I'm getting is that you're just opening and expanding more, and you might begin to have more experiences like this.
Yeah. And the card I pulled here is open to divine flow. Let go of your attachment to the outcome and let the universe bring in your gifts. Be open to receive. And so if you heard a voice, you are beginning to be open to receive. If you want to continue, as Mark said, you can, or you can delete it.
Whatever. You both just give credence to the star people coming in, trying to reach her, trying to show you what your higher work is to be. And so, and just as they both say, of course, it's up to you.
Yep, always is. Yep. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
It feel good though. People sometimes ask me, well, Mark, how do you know, that like Pan's good? Well, because it always feels good. It never feels dark. It never feels oppressive. It never feels nothing like that. Anyway.
Yeah, very true. So Donna Lynn lost her puppy Ajax. Does he know we miss him so much? Does he forgive us for making the final decision?
Of course. On the other side, he has freedom. He's unleashed from the pain and suffering that the final days bring all of us, whether we're four-legged furs or birds or human. The end is always a relief. It hurts just as much to get out as it does to get in, and leaving and being on the other side is so much more fun. He can run again. He can, jump and catch balls and frisbees and chase after squirrels, and it just stopped him for a minute. And the minute that ended here on the earthly plane, he was back over the Rainbow Bridge and in with all the other puppies.
Yeah. Was he a puppy, Ajax? How old was he? I know I call my dogs puppies, and they're haven't been puppies in years, but I still call them my puppies. But because I do get that his body, like he inherited like a funky
12.
Body. Oh, he's
12.
Okay, so he's not like a puppy. So it felt like there wasn't anything he could do, but like the body was giving out, right? So you couldn't really fix him or anything at that point. And it feels like he's telling me it was in his breeding, like it came from his parents. It's like it's inherited or something like that. It might be a mix. Maybe it was a mixed breed, or it could either be that or like overbred. Sometimes that'll happen if it's purebred. They say purebred, but they're like just overly bred.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can be, a thing. Oh, he was a cocker spaniel. Well, how long? Yeah. He's still thinking about you guys a lot. He liked, better together, cooperation. He loved his life with you guys. It was a great time for him. He, kind of life of Riley. Or you don't have any animals right now? That card made me think for a minute that maybe he there was two, but I don't know. Well, I'm not sure how long ago this was, but I'm also not convinced you have his brother. Okay.
Yeah, his brother.
See, that's so weird. So I get this card, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to say, oh, is there another dog there? Because there's really no reason for me to think there's another dog there, except that Spirit tells me to say things. And I go, okay. Jet's missing him too. Yeah, well, that explains there's the two brothers running together, being buddies. And so he's still, he still feels that energy is still around. I don't know that he's completely content to stay on the other side of the Rainbow Bridge. He might think about returning. Now, it might not be immediate. He might even wait for his brother or something like that. But I'm not getting that. Look at this. Joyce, get off the fence. He might not want to stay up there. He might want to come back. But again, he might wait for his brother. So just put that in your pocket and just, if you get some intuition about it, go with it. But he's not quite done with you guys yet. He's still visiting. That makes sense that his brother's there. So he comes. I hope he does. Yeah, he comes back and forth. Now, he might. That's another thing. His brother's so timid without him. He might come in while his brother's there. And, but so like that. He might come in while his brother's there, so his brother helps him, and then he does the same for his brother. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe you end up with 2 dogs again, down the road here. So either way, I think they're kind of deciding about which way to go. It depends on the doggy you have now, his life choice, what he wants to do, how long he wants to be there, that kind of thing. Yeah.
She says, "Oh, I'd love that, Mark."
If you're a puppy,
Yeah.
Listen, pay attention, especially if it just falls out of the sky, kind of like, oh, why are they telling me about puppies? So, yeah. I feel like it's going to be young, though. Yeah, sorry.
All right. Thank you very much. The next one is Jordan Jean, who we did find. And then Vicky and J Cat Lady, if you can't think of a question, you just want a general reading, just let me know, please. Because we're almost near the end and we're going to be doing a collective read after this. So how do I help heal as an afterlife or realmly conduit?
I'm not sure.
To help people cross over?
Is that
what you're meaning?
Like a doula or something?
Yeah, death doula.
Yeah, like doula. Kind of a thing. That's what I'm hearing in my head. I think that's what you're, talking about. Because, we use different words.
Yes. Yes, she said.
Okay. How do I help him? Okay.
I'm going to pull a couple myself here.
Yeah.
You have to be able to disconnect so that you yourself are not in the thick of it, in the emotional moment of it. It is not easy, and we always do keep some of that with us, but there is joy on the other side. So it is a severance, it's a disconnect that you have to provide for yourself, be one with the spirit while you are doing that. The spirit, the energy of the person crossing, as well as the spirit, the Holy Spirit, the divine spirit, the divine white light. And in so doing that, you become the conveyance by which people are able to make that transition and be comfortable in the change that they're going to see. Just like with the dog. It's for all of us, it's hard to come through that birthing canal and it's hard to go through the exit door. But once you're there, there's a whole new experience. And we always know, we hear that it's beautiful over here. I don't want to come back, from folks with NDE. So
yeah. Look what I got. I got support. And look it's somebody in a bed. Somebody's bringing in tea. I mean, that's a perfect card. You are that support for them. And whatever they say they see or how they feel, let them know that, that's exactly right, because people will talk to the others. But yes, I agree with Diana. You can't allow yourself actually to go into that energy and remain in that energy and not release it yourself, because you would be like taking on too much of that issue.
Yeah. And I think as that service, big part of what you do is you hold the space for that to happen. So you're holding a holy kind of, whatever you like to call it, love energy for the soul to have a peaceful passing, or a passing that best suits their soul. And you're kind of holding the space for it. Now, way back in the day, Pan did that thing with me where he said, let me show you what it's like to be with the soul when they die. and how you can assist. And this is
Mhm.
a thing that I didn't really sign up. I didn't go, oh, could you show me that? And I wasn't like, oh yeah, that's the thing. But I had a weird experience during it. It was with the coyote at the zoo. And she told me she wanted to cross and she wanted me to help her. And then on the day, Pan said, go there now. She's crossing. I went there. She was laying down in a little concrete box. I crawled in there with her, with a wild coyote that I didn't really know because I'm crazy that way. And she body scooted over and laid her head in my lap. And this is the part I wanted to get to. So in that moment, Pan said, well, now I want you to pay attention. I want to introduce you to this energy, this being of light that assists souls in crossing. And so it came in. It was this big energy. It felt like it was good at its job. It had a job to do. It always did it. It didn't shirk the responsibility. It just came in, and that's what it did. It helped the soul go over there. And I first saw it, I was like, what are you? Because it was a big energy, and I'd never seen it before. And I don't usually see anything, but I got a really clear image of it, in my eyes were closed, so, in my forehead. And, it came forward, like right up at me, and I said, who are you? And you might have heard me, I might have told this story before, but I said, are you the angel of death? Because that's what I thought. That's what I could imagine. I thought, that's weird. I've heard it. Is that a thing? And I remember it was like, well, I don't particularly love that name because it's kind of scary. But, I prefer like the keeper of the threshold or the guide of the threshold, like that. I'm here to carefully lift you over. And it said like this. And then it reached down and the soul of the coyote, it like took it, it pulled it through my body, I guess, just more impactful, or that I would have sort of a physical. And then, and in that moment, she breathed out her last and just died in my lap, at the exact moment. And, like kind of the ferryman thing. And went across. So the point of that story is I'm going to maybe encourage you to maybe ask for an audience with that energy and ask if you can work with it, be its earthly, partner. So that you're creating this beautiful space for it to come in and do its job with your assistance. I don't know. I just feel like it would like that, and that you might like that too. It's like I don't know, like, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that energy.
Well, I felt that the coyote going through you was because of the connection that she had with you to begin with, and wanted to take a piece of you, take a piece of my heart, is what I heard. Here we go.
Right.
Because we let go. We have to let go, or we're going to walk around crying all the time.
And after that, time and time again, it would just so happen that I'd be the person with the animal when they were breathing their last with them, over and over and over again. And then with people too, but not as often. It seemed like I was going to do it more with animals. But I felt it was the same thing with the person. But anyway, I don't have a ton of experience with that. It was one of those things when Pam was always teaching me something new and like, oh, here's the thing. But, of course, it stuck with me for the rest of my life.
Sure.
It's very dramatic.
I'm happy to have heard that story. That was just beautiful, Mark.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
And your gorilla story, too.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. And we're all just mammals, exactly. We're all the same. We all have souls.
What Jiminy Cricket say.
Yeah.
We are the only animal who can think, who can speak, who can whatever.
Yep.
Well, he was wrong about the thinking, because all animals think.
Sure. Correct. Yeah. Wow.
It's not the same.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jordan Jean, for that. And readers. Vicki is looking to hear from Grandma Etnia, who passed and is on the other side. And I have J Cat Lady. Thank you for your response.
It takes a special person to do that job. It's not the easiest one in the world either.
Oh God, no. Oh God, no. But if you're allowed to be there when someone passes, that's a big gift.
Yes.
It is. Yeah.
It's a very powerful job. It's been one that people have done for ages and ages and ages.
Yeah.
And you're called to it particularly,
Oh, Etney, Etnee. Okay. Etney.
That's
right, thank you.
Grandma Etnia. 5 years ago. Big owl.
Don't worry about me. I have arrived.
Well, 25 years ago. I hope so by now.
Right. I have arrived, and don't you get all wrapped up in all that stuff. That's a long time ago. There's a renewal going on. I'm not long for this side. I am coming back. I am coming back.
There you go.
But before I make that trip, watch for me to show up. Can you tell me what? You're going to feel, you're going to have a desire to have something. It's it's something that you wouldn't normally treat yourself to, but it's something that you really want. And you're going to feel her energy, like touching your back or your shoulder, the back of your head, which she does now. She's showing me your hair. So when you feel that on your head, that is more than likely her. But she wants you to treat yourself to something because that may be stopping soon. You're going to feel that when you're staring in a window, looking at something that you want to have, whether it's a lamp or a piece of clothing or a piece of jewelry or something that you wouldn't splurge on. Go ahead and splurge. I hope that helps.
Yeah, love it. Well, the very first thing I heard was, I'm coming back. So there's that. So when Diana said it, I was pretty sure she's reading my mind. But because it was so loud and clear. And I think she's getting close. Like, the reason I thought that is because I got the chariot. Look at her. There she is in her beautiful dress. Little bunny rabbits. But it was upside down, so it's almost. I'm getting close. Yeah. She says, my lifetime review, my moving out of one expression to get ready for a next one, that's all done. Like, I'm done with the Three of Hearts, my death, and my life and my death. I'm done with that. In the end, we've moved beyond it. So that to me is, I can start a new script kind of a thing. We've learned, we've looked at choices and all that sort of thing. I also get that the other thing that Diana was talking about, I don't know, like some item or something that, I don't know, it might remind you of her, or maybe it's something of hers. But the only reason I say that is because the Ten of Pentacles a lot of times is an inheritance card for me. But I don't know if that's exactly it. But there's some kind of financial thing. And she's saying, go for it. Just like what Diana said.
I got the feeling that when you see this thing, this is going to be something that takes you back and is going to remind you, because she will be living in this new realm and she won't be able to come as frequently to see you. And this will be your talisman for her.
Yes. Okay. I love that. That sounds perfect. And like, it will remind you of her too, I think. there's somehow you think of it. Oh, I'd like to get that. Oh, it's a little expensive. I'm going to get it. That kind of a thing. Now, I'll leave you with, there's a possibility that she might return to the family line. Like she might come back with the same family. That's what she wants me to say. I got the 4 Pentacles. It looks like I'm going to keep it at home. I'm going to keep it in the family. I feel like I'm coming back because I can still exist. There's this little doggy. I guess she could be a dog, but I'm going to come back to help this foundation. Now,
that happens over and over, don't it?
Yeah, I got goosebumps all the way down. So, I don't know if all of a sudden we hear about a new, I think it would be your grandbaby, you might perk yourself.
Right. And then this talisman becomes, well, and the talisman becomes something you leave behind for that child at your end of the days.
Wow.
Yes.
Yep. Wow. That's really awesome.
You never know what's
really
a long family line.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice.
Sounds like she might want to stay in the same family. You know, and it's possible you might see her again. You know,
okay.
You go. So by that I mean she might return before you go. Is what I'm kind of feeling.
Okay. All right. We have one more, and we are a little bit over. So we're just going to finish up with J Cat Lady, and she couldn't think of a question, so she said just a general reading for her. Thank you.
What are you suppressing? Jay, what are you suppressing? You're holding back on something you need to move forward on. There's a lot of make choices out there right now. Even if you can't take the full action, take the full plan. Map it out, get it ready, go for it. Another 2-3 weeks, and you'll be able to add to the fruition of it. So let go of whatever it is that you're suppressing. Whether it's some pent-up emotion, let it go. And if it is directed towards a certain person, be honest. Be kind, but be honest. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, I'm going to go along with that. We've been having very similar stuff today. Yep, I love it though. I always like it. So whatever it is you've been looking at from a different perspective for a while, contemplating it, thinking about it, wondering if you should do something about it or take action, it's time. So we get the Hangman, but he's upside down. She's saying, flip back up and let's get going. The spirit is saying it. Like if it was right side up, look at this one. You know, you're growing cobwebs. You've been putting it off. Now you got, spider webs. So get up here and look, there's all the butterflies, transformation, flying into something new. So if you've been contemplating something, should I do that? Should I do that? I feel like it wants you to go for it. And then the card that came after that is the 10 of Pentacles. So it would be a good thing. It would lead to abundance. It would be good for you and your
yeah. Oh, that just goes right with it.
Right on, kind of.
So we just went through the 5-5 portal because it's only the 8th today.
Yeah.
And you can manifest anything you want, but you have to kind of know what it is you want to manifest. And this is for all of you.
Right.
And as Mark and I and Diana, all of us always say, ask for what you want, not for what you don't want, because the universe doesn't hear that you don't. They only hear that you want. And so ask the universe to help you. Call in your archangels by name, call in your guides, and say, okay, what is it I need to do? And remember, change is something so important. We kind of buck the system sometimes, thinking we can make it not change, but there's nothing more changeable than our lives. And so if we can accept that and move forward, then we go into the flow, and that flow then manifests into what it is that we want. So
beautiful.
we thank you. Yeah, we thank you all for joining us today. And there's your baby coming out saying it's time to eat, Dad.
Before we started, I told her she had to wait until afterwards. So she's going, is it afterwards? Is it afterwards?
Is it afterwards? Yes, I think it is. Yes. So thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for being with us today.
Yeah. Love you guys out there.
Love you guys.
Love
Yeah.
you all. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.